For tonight's TED Talk, we have Ryan Mulka.
Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Mulka, and today I will be talking about an important issue that is debated by many people in today's sports culture. It's a very controversial topic for some, and that topic is if college athletes should or should not be paid. One initial argument that a lot of people would have would be that these schools and NCAA make millions off of their video games and their players' jerseys, so why shouldn't the players get some of the share? Professional athletes make millions off representing their jersey numbers on national television, and a jersey number is everything in sports culture today for a player. In my cultural artifact paper, I related jersey numbers to sports culture and talked about how the greatest players are remembered for their number and how that number becomes the player's identity. Since professionals make so much money off of this, why shouldn't college athletes? So for this project, I decided to talk about the debate of paying college athletes because I grew up playing sports and was naturally surrounded by this debate. I decided to do a TED Talk because I felt that it would be the most efficient way to get my point across and to talk about the pros and cons of the debate and to help you form your own opinion on the matter. I don't want to sway you one way or the other. I just want to educate you, and hopefully you can form your own opinion on this debate. I also considered doing a commercial for this, but I felt like it would be a much harder way to get my point across doing that. So first, I want to discuss the pros of college athletes being paid. Division I coaches have seen a significant increase in their salaries over the past few years. And it doesn't seem fair to the athlete that the coach is making this much money when he's not the one out on the field risking his body, and he is not the reason why fans pay to see these games. The players are the ones who generate the revenue for the school. So many different people profit from a sport such as college football, yet the players are the only ones not receiving a share of the pay. Paying these players would also decrease the number of players who receive improper benefits. And improper benefits is typically under the table money that the player receives in order to sway him to attend that school. It would not fully eliminate the problem, but it would definitely sway players out of that path because they would be receiving legal benefits. Many college athletes may also not come from the best of backgrounds, so between balancing school and their sport, they typically don't have time for a job. So some extra money in their pockets could help pay for things like housing, supplies, food, etc. So now I want to talk about the cons of paying college athletes. If college football and basketball players were to be paid, because, let's face it, they're the ones generating the vast majority of the revenue, then that means that people in all sports for both genders would also have to be paid, because that's only fair. So large schools with lots of revenue could afford this, but smaller schools struggle to give their players scholarships as it is, and this would put them at an even bigger disadvantage than they're already at. So that's another argument. The players are already receiving free education, so why would they need more money? And even if they were to be paid, it wouldn't stop players from taking their under-the-table money. So now that I've discussed both sides of the argument, my opinion in the matter is that college athletes should not be paid. Yes, they're already receiving a free education, but they are not professional athletes. If you look up the definition of a professional athlete, it means someone who is paid to play a sport. College athletes are not professionals, so it would totally negate the whole purpose of trying to become a professional, which is obviously to get paid. And if college athletes were to get paid, then the argument would turn into why aren't high school athletes paid? The debate would be never ending, and in my opinion, I feel that a free education is enough payment for these players, especially at a school like Michigan State, where in-state tuition can cost up to $100,000 for 4 years. Out-of-state can be double or even more than that. So, thank you.